Alrighty guys, welcome back. Yeah man, you know we just did the gameplay sliders in the last video. I'll put that link in the description of this video in case you missed them. But yeah, then the next step has to be the penalty sliders, because most of us know they're not just simply like the frequency of penalty calls. Okay, so with these, the last thing we want to do is get all hung up on, you know, trying to get a realistic number of calls. I would love to, but that's definitely secondary. Okay, and some calls we're hardly ever gonna see no matter what we do with the sliders. Which, whatever, none of us play the game for penalties, but, you know, regardless, the way that these affect the actual gameplay is of course much more important. I'm ready, man. I'm ready to make everything, the penalty sliders, the gameplay sliders, work together. So we can bring it all together. Now, there is a third piece, and more on that in a minute. Alright, man, here we go. So, I don't know what's going on with the download thing. If you got anything on this, comment and let me know, but I like my gameplay sliders. I got them up there, and it, you know, you see them, but it's still giving you the error message every time you try to download them. Even though I've uploaded them all twice each. So I don't know, man. I'm gonna try to put these up under my same tag, the Popboy, so you can give it a shot. But let's not count on that. You know what? Let's do it this way. I like to give you guys, the viewers, a leg up when I can. You know that. So I'm just gonna put these in the video only right now for the time being. Later on, like mid-September, let's say, I'll put them in a Google Doc, and I'll put the link to that Google Doc in the description for you. So if you're watching this later, you know, past like mid-September, you know it's there. But right now, I feel like giving you guys who are here in the first week or two a head start. So let's do it. All right, now, these are going to be the same across all difficulty levels. Hey, as it should be, because, you know, they apply universally to both sides. Like, we don't have separate ones for user and CPU. The top two here, those are in a little bit of a different category because, of course, they're pre-snap penalties, right? But they do still have a minor effect on get off. Okay, so I got them both at 62 to, you know, try to get one here and there. But if you go much higher than that, you can get some weird, like, guys firing off the ball like they got a rocket up their ass. Okay, now, holding. We got that one at 56, and I do get one here and there. But more importantly, 56 gives the blocking the right amount of, like, stickiness. Yeah, stickiness, right? So, you know, we don't want the blocks to be too hard to shed, but we also don't want everybody to just like slide right off like butter either. 56 is going to give the right balance there. Now, face mask. This one's at 63. And again, I will get one here and there every now and then. But again, most importantly, we have it up there to help with, honestly, kind of like the stickiness of the tackling. That makes sense for that too. You know, or if you want to look at it like, you know, helping with the realism when it comes to, you know, successful tackles versus broken tackles. Moving on, defensive pass interference. Okay, here we go. So, I know the press sucks, and increasing the slider, it does make them more aggressive, but that's only good to a point. Okay, because if they get too obsessed with hand fighting and being physical with the receiver, it actually slows the defender down more than the receiver. So it can do more harm than good if you go overboard with it. So the increased aggression, that's great, but only to a point. So I got this at 59. The rest of these are pretty easy. Like the offensive pass interference, I mean, very rarely you'll get like a really dumb one like this. Like they called OPI here. Give me a break, right? You know, so that sucked. But that's really an extreme outlier, man. I leave this on, no problem. Kick catch interference, that's on too. There's no reason to turn it off. Illegal block in the back. I just literally found zero reason to take this off of the default of 50. And I never like to just move stuff just to move it. So still got it there at 50. Intentional grounding. There's no reason to turn this off in my opinion, so it's on. Okay, now roughing the passer. The main concern here is like questionable ticky-tack, kind of incidental contact, drawing flags repeatedly, but that's just really not the case. Like this right here is a great example. They do a really good job of not calling it on stuff like this. So it's not too touchy. I wouldn't lower it. I would keep it right there at 50. Now roughing the kicker and running into the kicker, I try not to turn stuff off. We don't have to, but unfortunately with these we have to. They're going off for me, man. It's just too many times. Your AI teammates or the CPU will just go straight into the kicker or straight into the punter. They act like they don't even know that such an act is illegal. So dumb, man. I had a game with 5 of them in one game. I was like, okay, we're done here. All right, man. Last one, illegal contact. No reason at all to turn it off, so it's on. Okay, my friends. Now, of course, I'm continuing to test as usual. Okay, so any questions, any feedback, if you think I missed something, hey, this is where we can all help each other, me included. Okay, so get in the comments, I'll be in there, and I will update in the future, of course, if necessary. That, and pop that like button if you enjoyed, if you found this useful. Thank you. Now, next time, I mentioned before a third piece of the puzzle. That's the auto subs. Okay, something else that also affects the gameplay, so that'll definitely be the next College Football 25 video. Okay, and of course, I got 2K stuff coming too. I'm testing like crazy on both. Okay, so make sure you subscribe if you're not already. Hit your bell on. Keep yourself notified for all that and more. I'm sure there'll be more. Whatever I happen to find, who knows what I'm gonna... You never know what I'm gonna encounter, man. So yeah, stay tuned, man. It's your Popboy. I'll see you soon.